Alright guys, so while we wait for the other two front wheels to show up from UPS since they are terrible at logistics, we are going to do the Racer X Lateral linkage upgrade on this car. This should be a relatively easy install. I have the MST intake. The lateral linkage sits right underneath your air box, so we're going to have to take this top shroud out, and we're also going to have to take this box and the cone filter out, and we should be able to get access to the lateral linkage right underneath. So we'll remove this and I'll be right back. All right, so we got the front radiator shroud out. We got the MST intake box out. You can see the lateral linkage right down here. Gives you a little bit of this side-to-side slop. See that side-to-side slop? We're going to eliminate that with this upgrade. So for this upgrade, let's open up the box. Even says in the foam that your hardware is below, which is nice. Really nice quality piece. Racer X always does a sweet job. Packaging is really good, but the product's even better. A lot of times you get, you can get really nice packaging, but the quality of the product may not be that great. Racer X gives you both. There's your hardware and the carter pin, some bolts and a spacer, and you are going to retain. It's a little square piece on this that you're going to retain. So we'll get to that and I'll show you what piece. It's right underneath there. We'll make sure that it's all greased up and everything. So we'll be right back and I'll show you how to take this off. So I got Kai here. He's going to help me. He's got his gloves on so he doesn't get dirty. Show everyone your gloves. Say lateral shift linkage going in. Say going in.
Going in.
Thumbs up. Ready to rock? All right, first things first, we got to pull this pin out so we can take this lateral linkage out. Should come out nice and easy. Mine's bent and angled. I don't know that I'll need pliers, but maybe. Yeah, it's on there a little tight, so I'm going to take pliers so I can try to get this out nice and easy, and then this linkage should be able to slide off. Give me 1 second so I can show you how that's done. So now I have the the 6-element shifter bushings in here, so I'm going to probably reuse the carter pin that it comes with for those. But took the pin out. This should be able to slide out now, right off nice and easy. And I'm just going to be careful not to, well, I already dropped these out. So I'm going to take my 6-element shifter bushings out. Really great little upgrade. And then I'll toss these back in when we're coming back here. So give me a second, I'll show you the next step. All right, so next there are two 14mm bolts right here and right here. We're gonna go ahead and remove both of those bolts with a 14mm. All right, Kai's got his 14mm. Show him your 14mm. On a 3/8 inch ratchet, we're gonna go ahead and remove these two bolts. Okay, so we got those two bolts out, and you can see once those two bolts are out, that's really it. This whole piece is gonna come out like that. Be gentle, nice and easy pulling it out, because you are going to need that square plastic piece right there. You're going to need to retain that, and you're going to add it to the new shift linkage, and you want to grease it up and stuff like that. So I'll show you how that all goes together, but make sure you don't lose this plastic square piece right here. All right, so the next thing that you're going to need is, you have that black square piece. You're going to need this bearing, needle bearing that came in the hardware. And you're going to need to grease this up, and once you grease this up, it's going to go on the thicker shaft of the Racer X lateral shift linkage, just like that, and then your black cap's going to go on that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to grease this up, and then we're going to put it on there so we can add our plastic retainer cap, and we'll be right back with that. I'm just using regular high temp grease. You can use whatever you got laying around. Maybe white lithium grease is fine, but I'm just going to use some high temp grease. Let me show you what I'm planning on using. Just good old STP Molly EP high temp grease. It's what I got. It's what I'm using. A container of this lasts me like 45 years. So sorry for a little skip there. I hit stop on my video because I suck at making videos, but we gotta do this, right? So help you all out. Let me grease this up. All right, so once you get it all greased up, you're gonna put the that bearing on, and then you're going to put that black cap back on. It's going to help obviously make the bearing spin. It's going to keep everything lubricated. It's going to help keep debris and dirt and stuff out of there. So make sure that's greased up pretty good. You can clean up. I got a little bit of grease on this thing, but I'll clean that up after. Yeah, and we're going to go ahead and start to put this back together. All right, so once you get it all greased up, take your 14mm screws, because you're going to need those to mount it. And you'll see right here, that black piece, there's a channel in there. Make sure that it's sitting flush against that channel. It's hard to see, but in the piece back behind this, there's a flat channel. So make sure that this is running this way, the flat part, and you'll see it seats right in there. If it's not seated in there right, then you won't be able to get these 14mm in anyway. So we're gonna go ahead, make sure that that's flush, and then next step is to tighten up those 14mm, and then we'll get the shifter bushings back on and the cotter pin back on to hold it all together. So I didn't fully tighten up those 14mm yet. I wanted to make sure I had enough play and everything to get the linkage back on. I put my 6-element shifter bushings back on, and I reused the cotter pin that came with the 6-element shifter linkage bushings. I also have the 6-element ones for that shifter linkage. So now that I got this in, I'm going to tighten up those 14mm bolts. Aluminum block, you know, plus bolts can equal stretching and stuff. So make sure that you don't over tighten these, just snug enough, and we'll start putting everything back together. But you can see now that the play is much more minimal. I really don't have much play in here at all. It says it reduces up to 25% of slack in your shifter linkage. So it should be a much more smoother, crisp shifting with this. And the piece looks really good. Obviously it's hidden, but still, you know, you want to know that you got quality pieces in there. 6-element's the way to go. We sell these on 16snail.com along with all the other Racer X parts. So if you need one of these, hit us up at 16snail.com. I try to put package deals together too if you need more than just this. So you're looking for your car, and we'll get you all set up. But we're going to go ahead and tighten up those 14mm. We're going to put the radiator shroud in the MST intake, which we also have at 16snail.com, and we'll put that back in, and we'll start going through the gears and seeing how she feels. All right, and just like that, the lateral shift linkage install is done, and it feels really good. Really eliminated the slop. We'll go into the car here. You can see how well it shifts. So, you know, when it's in gear, it really doesn't have much slop to it. Goes in gear nice and crisp. It actually feels a little bit shorter of a throw, to be honest. I don't know if that's just a placebo effect, but it looks and it feels really good. So I think you'll be super happy with this upgrade. You can do, you know, the 6-element bushings that we have. You know, if you want to copy my setup, there also is a dead weight that Racer X just developed not that long ago. That's a good add to this with the short throw shifter. So again, you know, anything you need, go to 16snail.com. You can always message us on all of our social media platforms. We really want you guys to start adding more of your builds to our community page. So go to 16snail.com. Even if you don't buy anything, join the community page, put your build on there. We're trying to build more of a community here. So with that, you know the deal. Drive fast, take chances. 16snail.com.